So my aunt in the Dominican Republic knew that I was being bullied. And she called my mom and said, there's a doctor here in the Dominican Republic that claims if you submit your child through his program, before the child goes through puberty or something like that, that he can erase all these feminine tendencies or gender issues, gender identity issues, all kinds of stuff. And you know, he's a doctor. So naturally, my mother and my aunt thought, this is a doctor, it's, you know, some sort of medicine or therapy or whatever. Let's send Johnathan there and perhaps these kids will stop picking on him and taunting him, and maybe he can be happy in school the way he's happy at home. I didn't really understand the therapy that I was going to. I knew that it was some sort of therapy so that the bullying could stop. I get to the Dominican Republic, my grandmother takes me to the first therapy session, and within 15 minutes, I knew I was in hell. I knew I was in the pit of hell. I just felt this man was cold. I felt that everything that came out of my mouth was a problem. And you know, my family was very nurturing with me because they knew that I was being picked on and bullied so much. So when they had me, they kind of coddled me. He was the opposite. He had a problem with everything I did, everything I said. The inflection in my voice was a problem for him, the way that I walked, just everything. The worst part of the therapy, they would put these like stickers on cords on my hands, my feet, my stomach, and they would just ask me questions and they would send shocks. It was like, kind of like if you ever touch a cord and there's a bit of exposed wire, if you touch it in that zap, it was like a zap everywhere on each of these stickers based on what I was answering. So if I answered a question in a way that he didn't like, I would get zapped. After I came back, I was depressed. I wasn't myself. It was like whatever light was in me was just completely gone. I went through tons of self-hatred. I think for a lot of years, I harbored a lot of resentment towards my family, specifically towards my mom, for a lot of years. I'm sure that had my family known what the treatment exactly consisted of, they would have never put me through it. I think people don't understand that conversion therapy is not something that's medicinal. It's not even something that's scientific. People think that because it's presented by doctors and psychologists and church leaders that it's for sure something positive. I can tell you 100% sitting in that room, it is not. I think it's essential to end gay conversion therapy, not only nationwide. I think it is essential to end it worldwide, because I am the lucky one who can sit here and say, I overcame this, but so many kids don't make it past a year or 2 years out of gay conversion therapy. They end up committing suicide because if you sit in a room and are beat down emotionally and mentally by a person telling you the essence of you is wrong, it takes a lot of strength to come out of that. And that's a big gamble to take on a child.